meekness as one of the traits of Jesus' kingship. But why is that so powerful, especially in contrast to how the world views power?
I love thinking about that question, thinking about the meekness of Christ in this picture, because if you think about Pilate flexing, why would he need to intimidate? Maybe because he knows his throne is actually fragile.
Right.
His rulership, he's got to defend it. He's got to protect it. Every move is about making sure I don't lose power. So I have to dominate you and make sure that's known. So he's seeking to intimidate, but I think if you look at human nature and Roman politics, it's because he's actually fearful that he will not be able to retain the position that he's in.
He reports to Tiberius, who is famous for, you've cheesed me off today. I shall remove thee and thy head. So he's got to keep himself in a spot.
Can I say something else about meekness? And I'm going to use a military perspective from this, right? So, as a general officer, you get certain rights and privileges. It doesn't mean you have to exercise all of them.
Right.
So I knew a general officer who would not leave his office without wearing his general officer belt. Most people that I know, most of the generals that I know, they do them during the ceremonies, during the fancy things where you're supposed to kind of wear them. But he's authorized to wear it all the time, and he would. And the reason why he would was to let people know that he was a general, that he was different, he was set apart from them. But yet, he was still a general. I mean, he was still that guy. Versus a general who's like, hey, sir, we gotta put your plate on your car when we're moving around. He's like, I don't care. Let's go. Like it didn't change who he was, but he had to show it and prove it. To some, that's a bit of an insecurity. Jesus was insecure in who he was. So his meekness was not a sign of weakness.
Right.
Because he was still the man. He still turned over tables.
He knew who he was.
He knew who he was.
Right, which is why he could come in meekness, because there is no fear. He knows who he is. He knows what he's there to do. So the contrast is actually that he's coming in strength without fear, without the need for intimidation, because he's not going to lose. He already knows. This is mine.